And just kind of introducing what we got here. So let me come back to this. So our group is Agency Partner Group. Our software is Tymbak. So just to kind of keep those things straight, and obviously, GPAgency. So it's kind of an introduction. This is something we've been talking about for quite a while. It's something that we see a lot of value in, and we've planned for a while. Melinda's done a lot of work in getting us to where we are here today. So I'm grateful for everyone kind of jumping on the call and learning a little bit more about what we got going on. I'm going to share a couple of things with you that seem like needs that we're going to be offering. So the first thing is just kind of the different phases that we look at. So I'm just going to share this with you real quick. And as we're talking about this, so the first stage is presence. All right, you have to have an online presence today for a lot of reasons. Number one, that's where people go to learn about you. And if you don't have an online presence or hasn't been updated or it's missing important information, people are going to leave it, right? I read a stat. When someone visits your website, they form an opinion in 2.6 seconds. So if you haven't caught them in the first 2.6 seconds, odds are you've lost them. So there's this leaky bucket that happens when we're spending money on the most expensive part in both time and money when you're prospecting. People are going to check you out first. They're going to go online. So presence is hugely important. The second phase is process. That's an internal process that you use for either client service or prospecting and follow-up. Technology has made it such that we can use technology to do these things without the need for people to do redundant tasks. People can now take their time and spend it on revenue generating activities or activities that technology cannot do. So we're just reallocating resources here and allowing them to work better for us. So using technology is a great way to do that. And then last is prospecting, right? So this is the reason it's last is because you have to have everything else buttoned up because it's the most expensive part, as I already mentioned. And if you don't have that buttoned up, leaky bucket's going to happen. You're not even going to know about it. You're going to be missing opportunities. You're forgetting about people. If you do it right, you should have plenty of opportunities. And that's the biggest concern there. I'll play this video here. This is a kind of an introduction, and we'll go over the slides from here, but this will be a good introduction of the software itself. Tymbak.
Never before has it been so important for every business to have a digital marketing presence. Our all-in-one marketing tool combines strategies with easy-to-use and excellent features of marketing automation. Through our automated funnels, we help you automate and deal with all of your marketing tasks from one place with user-friendly tools and systematic features. Want to automate your business process? Want to generate and segment qualified leads? Want to launch winning email campaigns? Want to create stunning landing pages? Want to have social media management efficiency? If your answer is yes, we've got everything you need to make it possible. In a word, we've got you covered. It can't get any better than that. Plus, we load your account with pre-built automated campaigns that include emails, landing pages, and social media content that have you marketing and up and running on day one. We help you grow your business and deliver better results from all your marketing initiatives. And best of all, give you time back. Time back to focus on revenue generating activities. Time back to work on your business and not just in your business. Time back with your family. Time back to invest where you see fit. So, what are you waiting for? Are you ready to build and make a real change for your business? Do you want a comprehensive system that adopts predictive marketing to give your time back? Start your free 7-day trial now. Schedule a call with us today. Learn more at www.tymbak.com.
All right, so we have a landing page set up too. You guys can learn more about this. It's co-branded with GPAgency, and it's tymbak.com/GPAgency, and we'll show you that. But the idea here is simply that you guys are busy running your businesses in your agency where you should. That's where time should be spent. Technology has gotten to the point where we can create great marketing campaigns, give you all the tools necessary to do that at scale. All right. And so with working with GPAgency, part of that partnership is the ability to create content, create social media content, which I'm going to show you, and really give that out to you guys at no cost, because we're able to do this at scale. So like social media content takes time, takes money to create, takes ideas, creativity. We have a bank of over 300 social media posts that you can post, different things like that, that I'll show you here as well. So let's where is this? I think I just, give me a second here. Sorry, I think.
Never before has it been
Sorry.
so.
It just skipped all my slides here. That was weird. Let me try that again. Oh, there we go. There we go. What the? That was weird. Keeps skipping. That's weird. Okay. Let me give me 1 second, I think. All right, there we go. All right, can you guys see my screen now?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right, let's do that. Let's see. Go back to there. Now?
Not yet.
Should come up.
Looks like it's attempting. There it is.
There it is. I don't know where all my slides went, so I'm sorry. I switched over to reset that. I think we're good now. All right. So I think our system has a lot of different tools. The first thing is it has a full stack CRM. So CRM is very important for client management, being able to enter in a meeting, right? Notes from a meeting, any notes that are notable as far as like hobbies for prospects, things that they may do, creating different lists for the things they may be interested in, like going golfing. They might be interested in golfing events. So CRM is very important in just keeping a record, like a one source of truth record of all of these things. Now you'll see on the left side, we can create different lists and audiences. So this works really well for marketing. When you're creating a list, you might have a newsletter, people that responded, someone that's asked for a consultation in the past. These are all areas where we'll be able to create customized marketing messages and campaigns to those lists. Then we can create audiences. If we do a monthly newsletter, we can add all of these groups in and just add them to the newsletter, right? Or we'll be able to customize that as well. All right, social media, hugely important. This is the content bank I was telling you about. We have over 300 posts in there on all categories: life insurance, disability, annuity, wealth management, professional advisory, tax, health, anything like that that you're looking for. These posts are in there. All you have to do is click use template and you can post them in your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Pinterest, your Twitter, whatever you want. You can create a calendar of events, or sorry, a post to make sure that you schedule it out. So within 20 minutes, you can calendar out a month's worth of content without any problems. One of the biggest problems with social media is the inconsistency that people post or use it. When someone's looking you up on the internet and they search for you and they find your social media pages and they see you're not posting, there's some loss of trust that happens, because they're like, all right, why is this person, what are they doing, right? Where are they in business? There's these different questions. So it's a big concern, and it's something that, again, leads to that leaky bucket that I was talking about. We have full analytics in here. Now, like Facebook, for example, can't tell us female, male, where LinkedIn can, but we track all, who's engaging. You can see days that you had really good engagement. What did I post? You can start to, get insights into that. Who's looking at it, who's talking about it, where are they located, all of those different things. So it's really good insights. The other thing is landing pages. All right. So as we start adding up these tools, right? CRMs, 30, 50, $100 a month, right? Depending on what you're doing. If you're using social media posting like that with content creation, when I was at MetLife, we were charged $100 a month for their Hearsay Social that gave us all of that. So that was something that, is just included in this system. Landing pages, most of those are $50, $100 just to kind of get into them. ClickFunnels, like $300 a month. Here you get full landing page access. You can create your own landing pages. You get insights and details as who's clicking on it, if there's any submissions. You also have a complete database with dozens of different templates to choose from that you can start to build off of. All right, so you can either choose or design from scratch, or there's different design elements you can choose from and customize as well. Automation. Automation is a huge one, right? What are those pesky birthday emails, right? What if someone joins a mailing list? The ability to send an automated reply or an automated email, annual reviews. We can create automations and different campaigns that will automatically trigger when someone joins a list, when they join an audience, when they submit a landing page submission inside of there, set up a time on your calendar, all of those different things. We can create automations that can fulfill the back end of this. Pipeline management, we have full pipeline management. You create customized pipelines, tasks with people's names in it, and that way you can track business and always be checking on tasks that are recurring. You can create different, so we have a LinkedIn campaign here, but you can create different pipelines to track where your business is coming from, or to track whose it is if you got a team that you're working with as well. All right, here's the pricing. So I just throw this up here. You see the red line that if you go to tymbak.com, that's our pricing. That's what we charge. With our partnership with GPAgency, all you do is you go to so tymbak.com, and this will be at the end to /GPAgency. I'll throw that in the chat here if you guys want to see it. I can find the chat. There it is. All right, and all you gotta do is use the code GPAgency21. Now, one of the interesting things that we're able to do with this software is create pre-made campaigns. So we have about 15 different campaigns, from life insurance to annuities to any number of things that you can think of, Christian business owners, that are built and we can put into the campaign. So you'll get a landing page, you get the email campaigns, the automations, all pre-built and ready to go. So I'm going to put my email in here too if anyone has questions. Because we will add them in. So anyone that wants to purchase too, if you want different campaigns, we can add them in and you'll have campaigns up and running. So a lot of people ask, all right, well, what do I have to do? How much work do I have to do to get this up and running? It's very simple. We simply take your lead list. If you're currently using lists or have leads that you've been calling or have a CRM, we upload it in and we can start a campaign for them on day one. It's already pre-built and ready to go. So, and then you can obviously customize and do different things from there as well. All right, so kind of moving on a little bit here. I do want to share one more thing. And one more thing on the software there. If you don't have a list, we do have an opportunity. We'll load it with 1,000 names. There is an add-on purchase, or we'll purchase 1,000 leads. They're aged leads, and we'll work with you to figure out, what zip codes you want them in or what kind of leads you want. And we'll load a list of 1,000 people in there and we'll start a campaign for you as well. All right. So that's the really important process part, building the automation, having something in place that can do all those things for you. That is basically like, someone working full-time for you, doesn't get sick, doesn't need a holiday, doesn't need weekends, doesn't need lunch. So it's very beneficial to a practice to start setting up that way. The industry is changing. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm sure you have, with COVID. It's a different world out there, and it's going to continue to change and become much more detached, with people interacting through technology, through email, through social media, landing pages and different things. The face-to-face stuff is going away to some extent. And it always was, but it was accelerated certainly by COVID. Not that there's not a place for that still, I understand that, but times are changing out there.
Chris, Brian Mott asked, so do you upload from an Excel spreadsheet?
Yeah, if you just have a CSV file or Excel, absolutely. We just upload it right in. And all of the lists. So Brian, you may have like different cells or different subjects that you or things that you're tracking in your CRM. All of the list uploads are completely customized. So as you upload it, you'll create how you want it uploaded. So if you have a field for their hobbies, if you have a field for their net worth or whatever it is, that's all customizable when you bring it in. And you'll be able to bring that in, no problem. So this is the way always things have been done, right? You get a lead, you put it in a system, you put it in a CRM. Things have gotten much more advanced technologically as time's gone on here to the point, what we're talking about today with all that. So I wanted to share with you kind of the next thing that's happening, right? This is anybody that wants to really advance their marketing stuff, right? So there's something out there called intent marketing. Intent marketing basically means that now we can find out what people intend to do, right, before they have even messaged us about it. So it's very kind of newer, right? It's not something a lot. So I'll share a quick anecdote here. Target started doing this quite a while ago. They're probably the most famous case. They were able to predict if a woman was pregnant based on their purchases. Target got so good at doing this that they were predicting it before the women even knew they were pregnant. Okay, so this is like predictive marketing, intent marketing. It's all the stuff you hear out there. It's becoming more and more mainstream. This was probably, I don't know, 8-10 years ago at this point. This is coming mainstream now in financial services. There's a big push in this. So intent marketing would be, I'm out there searching for life insurance. Well, if Brian is selling life insurance and he knows that I'm out there searching for it, that's very valuable. Instead of just sending out mass emails, making cold calls, doing anything like that. Now we know the people that are in market for our services. So we're able to get that intent data. We're able to enrich it and clean it, meaning that, all right, well, Chris is searching. What else do we know about him? Well, now I know his address. I know his phone number. I know his email. I know what his investable assets are. This is all stuff that's out there for purchase and is accessible. All right, we can enrich it and we can use artificial intelligence, even technology and artificial intelligence to then set appointments. I'm going to go over this in a moment and still incorporating automation and technology behind it. So this is an example of a program we're run. This was within a week of launching. We had 1,600 people coming to our sites and landing pages. All right, you can see their asset values. We had 7,000. We were actively, their intent data was out there. So they're out there searching, right? 1,500 of them had engaged with us. And this was their asset makeup. 1,500 with 3 million plus, 1,000 with 2 million plus, 3,000 with 1 million plus, about almost 2,000 with 500,000 plus. They were in market, right? Average in market, meaning they were searching for these terms for 33 days on average. And we were marketing them. This is a list of the people that were visiting our landing page that day. So this is people that had 2 million, 1 million, greater than 3 million, greater than 3 million, 2 million, 500,000, right? And we can see what they were doing. We can also see where they were. So this is actually a screenshot of a client of ours. They were in Vegas, but they were down here in the Henderson area. When we started pulling this data in, they were doing a lot of in-person events down here in Henderson. That's where they were. And they were well attended, but not great. But when we pulled this data and saw where people were actually living, we moved his event up to this blue check mark and his attendance doubled because now he's closer to people. It wasn't as inconvenient. So this data has given us, really actionable items to do and improve. This is the information. So, right. So here's Donald. He opened one of our emails. He was 5 days. He was searching for stocks and bonds. He'd been searching for 5 days on that. We got his email, his address, phone number, his investable assets. He had 2 to 3 million investable assets. Those are assets that they can invest within 30 days, liquidate to invest within 30 days. So all very valuable stuff. We were able to export this data. These are all the keywords we track: annuities, brokerage, financial advisory, life insurance, mutual funds, pensions, precious metals, retirement. And we were able to export this data, that list of 1,500 people, and based on what they were searching, send them personalized marketing material and content on the topics they were searching for. And then we back that all up with automation. All right, so these are the things that are out there and are coming that we're working with and working on. And, you know, so we wanted to definitely bring this to you too. These things are all available, so I'm happy to have conversations or chats with anyone that's interested. Software, you know, is kind of the first step to all that. That gets you up, that gets you automating, that gets you running some campaigns. So I know I don't want to take up too much time with just talking. I'd love to answer questions or talk through anything else. So are there any questions I can answer from the group? No?
Let's see, we got chat here from Brian.
Yeah. So, yeah, Brian's asking the best way for
Yeah.
Mark. So I think, I mean, that's what we do, right? And here's what I would tell you. You need to set the foundation first. So if your website's not updated, if your social media accounts aren't updated, if there's not pertinent and timely content being posted or on there, marketing is not what you should be thinking about right now. Just speaking frankly, you need to get those things in line first. By getting those things in line, it's going to allow you to then invest in the future in marketing and not lose out. All right. We had 2 clients that didn't have a website. We started doing some LinkedIn marketing for them. These 2 clients, when they posted, when they created their websites, they're in the middle of it. So we launched, took a couple weeks. When they put their websites on from their LinkedIn marketing, they saw an increase of about 60% in their LinkedIn marketing activity across the board. Because people, if you're messaging somebody and talking to them and you say, hey, I'd love to chat with you about XYZ, they're going to go look for you. And they went to their website, and when they saw they were legitimate and it was a new website, so it was pertinent content and information, they got a lot more activity out of it. And both of them, these are 2 people, they didn't know each other. These were about the same time, they're a couple weeks apart. About the same thing happened, and we tracked that, and it was crazy what happened. I didn't expect to see that. So that's first. Second is, like I said, your process. If you don't have a system like Tymbak or something like that, that's why we're chatting with you guys. 17% increase in income when you start establishing practices like that, technology practices. Changing nothing, just putting technology and CRM into place. All right, because it increases your follow-ups, it increases the contact rates, it increases appointments, all of those things. And then the best way to market's email, right? It's not as effective, but it's very inexpensive. Very inexpensive, and it still is very effective, right? You can get 20% of people to open your emails on a bad day. And that is a lot of people that could potentially be looking at your list. So I mean, those are all things you start with. And then there's plenty of things out there, like the intent stuff we're talking about. LinkedIn's still a great place to be getting information. Is that helpful at all, Brian?
Yep.
Cool.
Let's see.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
people are unmuted, they can talk.
Yeah.
He said, yep.
Any other questions? That's it. All right, well, cool. Let me, I think we threw, yeah, so I'm going to throw,
Oh, he wants to know how to reach you if you have more questions, but you put, yeah, there's your email right there. Okay.
and that's my calendar. If you want to go to that link, you can set up a time right on my calendar if you like. And I'm happy to chat through any of that stuff. Just remember the GPAgency 21 is the code if you guys want to check out that software. It's a free trial. We moved it to actually 14 days. So if you guys want to try that out, put the code there, and that's it. All right. Cool.
Oh,
All right. Well, that is it. If you guys have any other questions before we jump off here, if not, you guys have a great day. Thanks, Melinda. I appreciate you setting this up.
Sure.